So that was the way it started, and till date we are strictly abiding by that. So it's not about ఎవరు చేయగలరు ఎవరి కేసు కాదు. పేషెంట్కి బెస్ట్ ఇవ్వాలంటే ఈ కేసు ఎవరు చేస్తే కరెక్ట్, ఏ పార్ట్ ఎవరు చేయాలి. అండ్ ఇన్ దిస్ జర్నీ one center can't handle this, and the existing space can't handle this. So we upgraded and we added more services like పేషెంట్కి బెస్ట్ ఇవ్వాలంటే ఈ కేసు ఎవరు చేస్తే కరెక్ట్, ఏ పార్ట్ ఎవరు చేయాలి. ఓకే, సో దట్ వాజ్ ద రీజన్, దట్ వాజ్ ద వే వీఆర్ రన్నింగ్. అండ్ ఇన్ దిస్ జర్నీ వీ కేమ్ అప్ విత్ ఫ్యూ lacunae, అండ్ our patient pool came up with few suggestions. సో దాని నుంచి మాకు అర్థమైంది ఏంటి అంటే one center can't handle this, and the existing space can't handle this. సో we upgraded. సో ఇందాక చెప్పినప్పుడు ఎస్థెటిక్స్కి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇవ్వాలి అంటే అర్థం స్ప్లర్జింగ్ చేయమని కాదు. సో ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్తోనే వీ లిమిటెడ్ అవర్ సెల్ఫ్ టు 1 floor. సో ఎప్పుడైతే పేషెంట్ పూల్ పెరిగిందో, రిక్వైర్మెంట్ పెరిగిందో, again with the same cautious effort we expanded to 1 more floor, and we added more services like we added hyperbaric oxygen therapy, we added warm oxygen therapy,
proper inpatient rooms, one more theater,
one more operation theater. So more waiting area. So ivanni add chesam, step by step we are doing, so that we are not having a bigger financial target, because of which eventually we are forced to do unethical practice or overcharging the patient. అది లేకుండా ఆ బ్యాలెన్స్ ఎప్పుడు మెయింటైన్ అయ్యేట్టు. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్ now we came up with one more branch in Manikonda.
now that we are 5 of us,
Your
Yeah.
family is
Yeah,
getting
it's
bigger.
So again, it's about geographical ga kuda more available ga unna similar situations kante we are scattering to one part of the city, but then we thought we'll spread our wings because there are more patients coming up from that place. Both of us cannot handle all the patient pool alone, so then we took in more people. So I mean, we were very sure that we knew them from before, they are like-minded. I mean, the set criteria is always there. Then Surya joined in, Nikla joined in, Sumira joined in. Then we thought we'll spread our wings and cater to one more area, and now we're coming up with a state-of-the-art center in Manikonda again. So yeah, that's how our journey has been. It's about slow progress, ethical progress, and step by step progress.
Slow and steady.
It's all about being slow and steady.
Yeah.
Slow may not be an exact term because it's not actually slow.
Not slow, because you guys actually started, I think a lot of people don't understand,
It's
a
just
year and a half ago, and you've already come up with the second center.
So there are two things which intrigued us. ఏంటంటే when we started and told our friends about the kind of model we are going to create, అందరు ప్రిడిక్షన్ ఏంటంటే 3 నెలలు మీరు ఇద్దరు కొట్టేసుకుంటారు.
No, అది common knowledge కదా, everybody, because so many doctors are coming up with that model.
seeing that
3 నెలలు కొట్టేసుకుంటారా మీరు, విడిపోతారు, ఇది ఎక్కడికి వెళ్దా అని చెప్పి. తర్వాత అందరు మమ్మల్ని భయపెట్టింది ఏంటంటే పెద్ద పెద్ద హాస్పిటల్స్కి అయితే పేషెంట్స్ వచ్చేస్తారు, మీ దగ్గరికి పేషెంట్స్ ఎలా వస్తారు అనుకుంటున్నారు, ఏం చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు అని. మేము ఈరోజు స్ట్రాంగ్ డిజిటల్ మార్కెటింగ్ ప్రెజెన్స్, హోర్డింగ్ ప్రెజెన్స్ ఏం పెట్టలా. ఓకే, ఈ రోజుకి when we look back at numbers, first year లో we did close to 600 surgeries, which is around average of 50 to 60 surgeries in a month. Okay, and 40 to 50% of our patients are through word of the mouth referral from older patients. So that's where success is. అంటే కొంతమంది పేషెంట్స్ వచ్చి ఆ ట్రీట్మెంట్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత దే యాక్చువల్లీ బ్లెస్సెస్, అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ పేషెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఎల్డర్లీ పూల్. సో వాళ్ళు వచ్చి నిజంగా చాలా బాగా చేస్తున్నారు బాబు, మీరు ఇంకా బాగా గ్రో అవ్వాలి. I think those are the things that helped us, be better on an everyday basis.
scale higher and
Okay, those are the
forward.
things that inspire us. They actually blessed us. మీరు ఇంకా చాలా బాగా బిజీ అవ్వాలండి, చాలా పెద్దది అవ్వాలండి మీది. So I never heard this when I was working in corporate.
So in this day and
No, you
age, we
know
still
what?
say that word of mouth
Yes, it's
still
the biggest-
works
like,
much
yeah.
better and is more effective than
No,
all
but
your marketing
I
strategies.
want to catch that point, because when I was working at a corporate, the thing patients would tell me is, అమ్మా నీది నువ్వు పెట్టుకోవాలి, ఆర్ చిన్న సెంటర్ పెట్టుకోవాలి మంచిగా, వేర్ యూ కెన్ డూ యువర్ బెస్ట్ వర్క్. సో ఇట్స్, ఐ థింక్ you guys figured it out, took the bold step, did that. You're expanding well, you've got all of us now, and
So one more point, few more points I wanted to add. So in this journey, first of all, being open is the most important thing. Okay, that is the reason we are together.
Yeah.
That is the reason Ikigai is there. That is the reason patients are getting better treatment. So as a part of this journey only, we learned there are few things which we can do better. There are few inputs we got out with from our patients, like ఇప్పుడు మన ఓన్ కేర్ పేషెంట్స్ ఉంటారు. Most of those patients will need bare minimum of 2 months to heal. Depends on the patient, it may take 3-4 months also.
Yeah.
Okay, and most of the times these are 50 plus, 60 plus, 70 plus, 80 plus. So, and God forbid if their partner is also alive, they are also by and large the same age group. So these two individuals, it is very difficult for them to commute.
Yeah.
Mobility issues. There are scenarios where
Transportation.
in the process of coming and going, they encounter new injuries, or their family members who are providing for these expenses, they need to take leave and come. So they are cutting their income and spending here. So there is a double spending which they are going through.
And there's so many parents whose children are abroad.
Yeah, there are a lot of patients
And
where
yeah, they don't have someone to get them for the dressings or
Yeah.
whatever treatments.
So
And
ఇది-
this is not like one
Bystanders lack
side
చాలా
over.
మంది ఉంటారు.
It takes months or sometimes weeks or months.
Exactly.
Yeah, for it to
Yeah,
be.
అండ్
yeah.
ఇంకా అందరూ హైరేజ్ అపార్ట్మెంట్లో ఉండరు, అందరికీ అపార్ట్మెంట్లో లిఫ్ట్లు ఉండవు. సో వాళ్ళని పైనుంచి కిందకి తీసుకురావడం ఒక టాస్క్,
బిగ్ థింగ్.
బిగ్ థింగ్. కింద నుంచి పైకి తీసుకోవడం ఇంకో టాస్క్. ఈ పని అంతా చేయడానికి ఇంక 2-3 మనుషులు కావాలి. మేబీ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్, నైబర్స్ ఆర్ పీపుల్ హు ఆర్ అక్యుములేటింగ్ పేయింగ్. అండ్ వాళ్ళు రావడానికి వెళ్ళడానికి పబ్లిక్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ సూట్ అవ్వదు. దే నీడ్ టు హ్యావ్ ఏ కార్ ఆర్ దెన్ దే నీడ్ టు హైర్ ఏ క్యాబ్ ఆర్ అంబులెన్స్, వాట్ ఎవర్. సో the amount of money and time they are spending in the hospital is much less compared to what they are spending in this entire process. So దానివల్ల ఏమైపోతుందంటే there are a lot of people, Hyderabad is a very big city, and it takes huge amount of effort and time to travel. సో దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే ఎక్కడో ఉన్న పేషెంట్ ఇక్కడికి రావాలి అంటే ఒకసారి వచ్చి కలిసి ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఇక్కడ బాగా జరుగుతుందని తెలిసిన తర్వాత కూడా, బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ లిమిటేషన్స్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు
Come back again.
and they are not able to save their limb or whatever it is. సో దీని నుంచి మాకు అనిపించింది ఏంటంటే వీ నీడ్ టు కమ్ అప్ విత్ ఎ సొల్యూషన్ ఫర్ దిస్. సో once it is materialized, we will be in a better position to talk much about it. But the whole concept being, పేషెంట్ హాస్పిటల్కి రావాల్సిన అవసరమో లేదంటే ఫస్ట్ కన్సల్టేషను యాక్టివ్గా మనం సర్జరీ చేయాలి అన్న స్టేజ్లో మాత్రమే పేషెంట్ హాస్పిటల్కి వచ్చేట్టు, మిగిలిన టైంలో వితౌట్ కాంప్రమైజింగ్ ద క్వాలిటీ అండ్ అండర్ అవర్ సూపర్విజన్ వీ వాంటెడ్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ ద సర్వీసెస్ అట్ దేర్ ప్లేస్.
Doorstep, yeah.
So
So
the
doorstep is going
the
to be
bigger
the
picture is
doorstep.
always addressed. If the journey is broken, the end result is broken
Yeah.
or failed.
Yes.
So to keep that intact, we want to make that bridging period of the 2 months, 3 months more affordable, more practically feasible for the patient. So that is one thing which we are
Working on it.
Because healing is a journey.
Yes. So that is one thing which we are coming up with. One more thing is, you can see in Hyderabad or many other places of the country, especially in the onco department, we have this concept of second opinion. So it's not about pointing at someone or demeaning someone. There is a problem which is multifaceted, and in the current scenario where the technology is every day coming up with new things, no one doctor can educate himself or herself in the entire spectrum. He will be having time to update himself in his department, vice versa and all. So as we are working as a team for wound care, irrespective of what all the other things we do as an individual department, so this is the core motto on which we came together. So and the numbers will speak themselves. We will see patient, that is also part of training which will never end. So one more thing which we are thinking in the same lines like onco, we wanted to provide a second opinion for wound care. So by seeing your clinical information, the imaging, whatever the information you can give to us, what as a team Ikigai can do. It may be the same thing which all other doctors suggested, or it may be something different. So but you have a right to know and choose which suits your needs.
No, we are in an age of information overload where there are too many
Overload.
opinions.
That's the
Too many
word.
opinions, and people always upload their scan reports, prescriptions to Claude or GPT, and then ask, is this right? Is this treatment right? But then at the end of the day, it's still a model which is still in its growing phase and is not up to the mark to make clinical decisions. Because if it's a decision about a food or if it's a decision about an interior design, it's okay. But when the stakes are very high, when you're dealing with a limb or a life, the stakes are
No, see, it's very simple. Now we all of us do online shopping, right? Very simple. You look at it, it looks like it's wonderful. And then you order it, it's crap. So you don't want that kind of
and you can send it back at least. Here, once the surgery is done, you cannot reverse it. You can undo it.
You can't do it. So you know, in this era of the whole online consultations, adinti doctor, meer WhatsApp idi chudara, adi chudara. No, because you do not want to make that mistake. You don't. Not that we're not approachable, not that we're not nice people or whatever, but it's the only thing is we just want to keep you healthy, better. And the whole online thing, the AI thing doesn't work yet.
More
AI in healthcare is
history
still
taking
evolving.
and clinical examination is a very core part in the final diagnosis and the treatment. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఒక టెలికన్సల్టేషన్లోనో లేదంటే వాట్సాప్లోనో సమ్ అదర్ మీన్స్లో మనం పేషెంట్తో కమ్యూనికేట్ చేస్తున్నామో patient will tell you what they feel is relevant. And based on that, you build up your case and you will ask leading questions. But when you have the patient in front of you, you feel, you touch the patient, you see the problem. There are a lot of things which will add up to make your case better. So that will not happen in teleconsultations.
So your scan may show 100 things, but unless it's relevant to the patient's complaints and examination findings, it means zero.
You know, like you said, నాడి పట్టుకొని అన్ని చెప్పేస్తారు. So that physical examination is so important and people don't understand that. So just looking at your reports is not going to
Anyway,
help you.
Yeah. I mean, it may give you some additional information and maybe we can tell them precautionary measures on what to do and what not to
We
do.
can just advise them, but we cannot prescribe them medication or tell them what surgery needs to be done or something. And one more thing is, here at IKIGAI, we do our scans ourselves and we have a wide variety of options. Suppose revascularization doesn't work, what next? We have an answer for that. We have other therapies like Vlox, hyperbaric oxygen, or stem cells, or whatever. The new advances.
One more important aspect of IKIGAI's work is the preventive aspect.
Correct.
Okay, so most of them talk about what to do when a diabetic develops an ulcer, what to do when you have a foul smelling discharge from your foot and all. But very few people speak about what to do if you're a diabetic and you don't want to get an ulcer.
Yes. I think that is so important because, like you said, people keep talking about, yeah.
So, a preventive aspect of the care of diabetic foot is equally an important pillar of what we do at IKIGAI, and we have a comprehensive diabetic foot screening program. So whether you have symptoms or your symptoms are very early, ante kaallo just timirlu vastunayi, tingling vastundi, or slight change in the shape or callosis ante aanikayalu lanti vastunayi, at that stage if you can approach and just get screened and wear appropriate footwear, just do daily foot examinations, రోజు మీ కాళ్ళని చూసుకుని ఆర్ మీ పార్ట్నర్ని ఎవరినో ఒకరు మీ కాళ్ళని చూడమని సింపుల్ స్టెప్స్ తీసుకుంటే a lot of healthcare spending should be cut down. And when we actually talk about what the goal of IKIGAI Hospitals 10 years down the lane, 20 years down the lane, and we should be doing only preventive work. We don't want to intervene. I mean, at one point, there should not be any need for IKIGAI Hospitals at all because everyone is aware of what to do.
Yeah.
That should be our goal. That's what our goal is.
Like I said also the other day, because if a patient has come to your operation theater, it means that already that time was lost. Why weren't we able to prevent this? Was he not aware? So I think a lot depends on creating that awareness also now. And more than మా దగ్గరికి రండి మేము ఈ సర్జరీ చేస్తాం ఆ సర్జరీ చేసేస్తాము సార్ట్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ వన్ పార్ట్ బట్ వాట్ ఐమ్ సెయింగ్ ఇస్ ప్రివెంటబుల్ థింగ్స్ ప్రివెంట్ you don't put yourself in that situation.
Lot of things available online, lot of people telling you diet wise, exercise wise. It's not only that, it needs medical help also.
I think the whole trying to reverse your biological clock or biological age, that also is not great because there's this one guy, what's his name? Yes, Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson. So now it turns out he has an inflammatory condition himself because of his stringent yes, diet and his lifestyle and all of that. So
learn to age gracefully.
మోతాదులో ఏమన్నా చేయాలంటే మోతాదులో చేయండి. ఎందుకు అన్ని ఇట్లా క్రేజీగా ఫ్యాట్స్ అన్ని ఫాలో అయిపోవాలన్నట్టు
Till someone finds the elixir of life.
there is no elixir.
We
That's
don't
what we
want
have
to
to
అంటే
accept
if you
that.
look at the philosophical aspect of it, suppose మీ ఇంట్లో ఉన్నారు,
Yeah.
మీరు ఉంటారు, మీ పిల్లలు ఉంటారు, మీ పేరెంట్స్ ఉంటారు. Suppose your grandfather comes,
Yeah.
your great grandfather comes, your great great grandfather comes. Do you want all of them at your home? So
Then,
it's part and parcel of the story that we should perish and next generation should come.
Yeah.
Okay, if you keep on accumulating without perishing, life will become an unnecessary burden. There should be a time.
It not have a
when we
value
should
or a purpose, I think.
At the end of the day, it's not the number of years you are going to
Yeah.
live. It's about
go. How you live those years? How you live those years?
How you live and without dependency on.
personally, and how honest you was to yourselves, how good care you took about your own body.
Yeah. And I didn't.
Eat healthy, talk sense.
And I didn't still talk about your wife's family as well. Okay. So to add to it,
Great,
Wives.
great grandfathers.
okay, so you don't want all that because it becomes a burden. Life is supposed to happen in certain way, and it should happen in certain way. If you meddle with it unnecessary things, humans have probably screwed up the world more than any other species, and we don't want to screw it up more.
Yes. So that is, I'm again coming to this limb part also. It also again reflects the same concept. So it's not about blindly saving one finger or a limb.
Yeah.
It's about making them
A
walk
functional limb. Yeah.
on their own. Do the
Making a
Quality
person
of life.
dependent on himself rather than being dependent on someone else, to be independent and to be able to take care of yourself.
lost a leg or something, the individual and the family's life is changed forever. It's as simple as that. If this individual want to go to a salon, you need to make sure it is wheelchair friendly.
Mushroom is going to become difficult.
In-house
Whatever
something
it
you
is,
can manage.
in-house you can manage.
In-house
but,
there are a lot of things you can manage at your level. If all the family want to go out on a birthday, you need to plan it so that that place has access to this particular individual. They need to go to a function. The same thing happens. The salon to point are important because that is a basic human need. Going to a salon or going and meeting a doctor. So it should not be a Herculean task